Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. Success ain't some magic trick. It's a daily grind, a commitment, a promise you make to yourself every single morning. See, the difference between the people who make it and the people who don't, it ain't luck, it ain't talent, it's habits. So today, I'm giving you 10 things you must improve daily to take your life from average to outstanding. 1, your mindset. Listen, you got to train your mind like a champion. The way you wake up, the way you speak to yourself, it matters. Stop waking up talking about, I don't feel like it. Champions don't operate on feelings, they operate on discipline. 2, your work ethic. Everybody wants success, but don't nobody want to work for it. You want the life, but you don't want to do the grind. Ain't no shortcuts. You either outwork the competition or you watch them pass you by. 3, your circle. Let me make this real clear. You cannot fly if you're surrounded by people who are comfortable crawling. If everybody around you is negative, lazy, or full of excuses, you better start making some cuts. 4, your communication. You can have the greatest ideas in the world, but if you can't speak up, explain yourself, or sell your vision, you're going to stay stuck. Learn how to talk, how to listen, and how to connect. 5, your health. Ain't no point in having money if your body is shutting down. Take care of yourself. Get some sleep. Drink some water. Move around. Don't wait until the doctor gives you a wake-up call. Take control now. 6, your time management. Time is your most valuable asset, and too many people waste it scrolling, gossiping, or waiting for the right time. The right time is now. Every day you let slip away is a day you don't get back. 7, your attitude. Life ain't fair, but your attitude determines how far you go. You got to stop walking around mad at the world. Control what you can control and keep it pushing. Ain't nobody got time for excuses. 8, your finances. Money problems don't just go away. Learn how to budget, save, and invest. Stop buying things to impress people who don't even like you. Be smart with your money so you can build real wealth. 9, your gratitude. Listen, if you don't appreciate what you have now, why would God bless you with more? Stop focusing on what's missing and start being thankful for what you do have. Gratitude opens doors. Last but not least, believe in something bigger than yourself. Whether you call it faith, purpose, or destiny, know this. You were put here for a reason. Stop playing small. Stop doubting yourself. Get up, show up, and make it happen. So here's the deal. You don't got to be perfect, but you do got to improve every single day. Don't just listen to this and go back to the same old habits. Pick one thing, start today, and watch how your life starts to change. The only thing standing between you and your dream is you. Now go make it happen. The way you think determines the way you live. If you wake up every day telling yourself, I can't, I'm not good enough, or it's too hard, guess what? You're already defeated before you even start. But when you train your mind to expect success, to believe in possibility, and to push through challenges, your life starts to shift. Winning starts in your mind before it ever shows up in your life. Most people don't realize that their mindset is the foundation of everything they do. It's the difference between someone who thrives and someone who just survives. See, your thoughts are like seeds. Whatever you plant in your mind will eventually grow into the reality you live in. If you constantly feed yourself negativity, doubts, and fear, then don't be surprised when your life reflects that. But if you plant seeds of confidence, persistence, and belief, then watch what happens. Your thoughts create your actions, and your actions create your results. Think about it. Every successful person you admire, whether it's in business, sports, entertainment, or life in general, didn't just wake up one day and magically become great. No, they had to develop a winning mindset first. They had to train themselves to see possibilities instead of obstacles. They had to push past doubt, past criticism, past failure. It wasn't easy, but they understood something that most people miss. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. The choice is yours. A lot of people talk themselves out of their own blessings because they don't believe they deserve them. They've been programmed to expect the worst, to think small, to settle. Maybe it's because of how they were raised, the environment they grew up in, or the negative voices around them. But let me tell you something. Where you come from does not have to determine where you're going. Just because you've struggled doesn't mean you have to stay stuck. Just because you failed doesn't mean you can't win. The only thing standing between you and success is the way you see yourself. You have to start retraining your mind. That means catching those negative thoughts before they take over. When you hear yourself saying, I can't, flip it and say, I can. When you feel doubt creeping in, remind yourself why you started. When fear tries to paralyze you, push forward anyway. Fear is a liar. It will tell you that you're not ready, that you don't have what it takes, that you should quit. But fear only has power if you listen to it. The people who make it in life aren't the ones who never feel afraid. They're the ones who feel the fear and move forward anyway. You have to start protecting your mind like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Stop feeding it negativity. Stop surrounding yourself with people who drain your energy. Stop letting doubt run your life. Instead, fill your mind with things that push you forward. Read books that inspire you. Listen to people who challenge you to be better. Speak life over yourself every single day. You can't afford to let negative thoughts take up space in your head. The more you feed your mind positivity, the more your life starts to reflect it. Your words have power too. Every time you speak, you are either building yourself up or tearing yourself down. When you say things like, I'm broke, I'm unlucky, I'll never make it, you are cursing your own future. Instead, start saying things like, I'm capable. I'm resourceful. I will find a way. You don't have to know exactly how you're going to succeed, but you do have to believe that you will. That belief is what will keep you going when things get tough. One of the biggest traps people fall into is comparing themselves to others. They see someone else succeeding and start feeling like they're behind. Let me tell you something. Your journey is yours alone. Just because someone else is winning doesn't mean you're losing. Stop looking at other people's success as proof that you're failing. Instead, use it as proof that success is possible. If they can do it, so can you. The only difference is that they believed it was possible. You got to get rid of the victim mentality. Life is going to throw challenges your way. That's a given. But how you respond to those challenges is what matters. You can either let them break you, or you can let them build you. Every setback is an opportunity to grow. Every failure is a lesson. Every obstacle is a test to see how bad you really want it. The people who make it to the top aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to quit. Success is a mindset game. It's not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. Every single day you have to train your mind to see opportunities instead of limitations. You have to wake up and decide that today is another chance to get better. No excuses, no complaining, just action. Winners don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They take control, they adapt, they learn, they grow. Your life will only change when you change the way you think. The moment you decide to shift your mindset, everything else will follow. The opportunities will come, the breakthroughs will happen, the success you've been dreaming about will start to take shape, but it all starts in your mind. If you don't believe it, you'll never achieve it. If you don't see yourself winning, you'll never win. If you don't expect greatness, you'll never experience it. The key to success isn't out there somewhere, it's inside you. The moment you master your mind, you master your life. You can't fly if you're surrounded by people who are afraid to leave the ground. If you hang around people who make excuses, settle for less, and stay comfortable in their struggles, guess what? You'll start thinking that's normal. But when you surround yourself with go-getters, dreamers, and hard workers, you'll start thinking bigger, moving differently, and chasing greatness. Your environment either fuels your growth or stunts it. Choose wisely. The people you spend the most time with shape the way you see the world, the way you think, and ultimately the way you live. If you're always around negativity, gossip, and laziness, it's going to rub off on you. It doesn't matter how motivated you are. If the voices around you are constantly filling your head with doubt, fear, and small thinking, it's going to weigh you down. That's why some people never break out of the cycle they're in. It's not that they don't have the potential, it's that they've surrounded themselves with people who don't push them to reach it. You got to start taking inventory of the people in your life. Who challenges you? Who pushes you? Who supports your growth? And on the flip side, who drains you? Who always has an excuse? Who never claps when you win? Some of y'all are holding on to relationships that are keeping you from your destiny. You know deep down certain people aren't good for you, but you keep them around because of history, loyalty, or comfort. Let me tell you something. Just because someone has been in your life for a long time doesn't mean they deserve a front row seat to your future. Some people were meant to be part of your past, not your present. Energy is contagious. If you're around people who complain all the time, you'll start If you're around people who make excuses, you'll start making them too. But if you surround yourself with people who are constantly leveling up, constantly pushing themselves, constantly growing, that's going to inspire you to do the same. You need to be in rooms where you're not the smartest person there. You need to be around people who force you to step up, not people who allow you to stay the same. A lot of people stay stuck because they're afraid of outgrowing the people around them. They don't want to make others uncomfortable, so they play small. They dim their light so nobody feels left behind. But let me tell you something. You are not responsible for other people's comfort at the expense of your own growth. If your ambition makes someone else insecure, that's not your problem. If your success makes someone else uncomfortable, that's not your burden to carry. Real friends, real supporters, real people who love you will celebrate your growth, not resent it. Some of you are afraid to lose people because you think you'll end up alone. But the truth is, when you start elevating, you're going to attract a different kind of circle. The right people will come into your life when you start walking in your purpose. When you start moving differently, speaking differently, and thinking differently, you'll naturally align with people who are on the same path. But that won't happen if you're too busy holding on to the wrong ones. You have to make space for the right relationships by letting go of the wrong ones. If you want to know where your life is headed, take a look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they inspiring you? Are they challenging you? Are they pushing you to become better, or are they holding you back? If you're always the one motivating your group, if you're always the one trying to bring positive energy, if you're always the one chasing something bigger while everyone else stays the same, that's a sign. You need to start surrounding yourself with people who are just as hungry as you are. You also have to stop taking advice from people who haven't been where you're trying to go. Too many people let small-minded folks talk them out of big dreams. You can't expect someone who's never built anything to understand your vision. You can't expect someone who's never taken a risk to support your ambition. A lot of people will project their fears onto you, telling you why something won't work, why you shouldn't try, why you should play it safe. But they're not speaking from experience, they're speaking from fear. Don't let their limitations become your reality. Your circle should be full of people who speak life into you, not people who drain you. People who inspire you, not people who discourage you. People who want to see you win, not people who secretly hope you fail. If someone can't celebrate your success, they don't belong in your circle. If someone gets jealous every time you level up, they're not your friend. Pay attention to who claps when you win, and pay even closer attention to who stays silent. The truth is, you become like the people you surround yourself with. If you want to be successful, get around successful people. If you want to be motivated, get around people who are driven. If you want to be happy, get around people who bring joy and positivity into your life. The right circle will push you to new heights, while the wrong circle will keep you stuck in the same place. You have to make a decision. Do you want to stay comfortable or do you want to grow? Because you can't have both. When you start elevating, not everyone will come with you. Some people will fall off naturally, some you'll have to let go of, and some will walk away because they can't handle your growth. And that's okay. You're not supposed to take everyone with you. Some people were only meant to be in your life for a season. Don't stunt your own growth trying to keep people who were never meant to go where you're headed. The right people will support you, challenge you, and push you to become the best version of yourself. Your circle is your environment, and your environment determines your future.